So in the continuation of the same Vedic mathematics, today we will learn about cube roots. So our topic for today is cube roots. So today we will deal with the cube roots. So for the beginners, what does actually cube root means? So cube root is cube root of 8. This is how we will represent cube root. Cube root of 8 is we can rewrite it as 8 to the power 1 by 3. Okay, so cube root is nothing multiplication of 3 exact same number. Okay, if x cube root, if someone is asking, then what is the value of y is multiplying 3 times and then we are getting the value of x, so we need to find y value. So to do this one, we can rewrite is that 8 to the power 1 by 3, and we know that 2 to the power 3 nothing but 2 into 2 into 2, 2468. If remember correctly, in the very first class we have written over here 2 to the power 3 equal to 8. So that's the benefit of revision, that we remember everything. Okay, so 2 to the power 3 and then 8 we have written at in this form, and 1 by 3, and 2 to the power 3 into 1 by 3 multiplication, this will get cut and the answer is 2. So again there is one more term, that is perfect cube. What is perfect cube? As the name suggests, perfect cube is nothing but perfect cube of number n. It will be called perfect cube when the value of the cube root is integer. Suppose for example, if someone asks me, okay, tell me the cube root of 64, is it perfect cube? So cube root of 64, we know everyone that it's 4. So yeah, it's a perfect cube. So these numbers we already remember, 1, 8, and then 27, 64, 125, 512, no, 6 is 216, 216, 343, 512, 729, 1000, 1331, 1278, then I forgot 232744. Something is missing here. This is 14, 15 is 3375, 16 is 4096, 17 I forgot, 18 5218 I suppose, 19 I don't remember, then 28,000. Let's just check how many of it are actually correct. 1278, 2197. Okay, 2197. Let's go back. Let's just copy it and let's see how many of it are actually correct. Copy. Yeah, so 1331 was correct, 1278 correct, 2197 for 13 cube. This I forgot, 2744 correct, 3375, 4096, 17 cube, that is 4913, 18 cube, this is wrong, 18 cube is 5832, 19 cube is 6859. Okay, the rest is correct. So in this case, what actually happened, that we remember, okay, this is how it is, but it's not always the case that we will only get these 20 numbers for cube root. We might get a question, suppose, or let's talk about the method. Okay, first one we we call it approx. We will find the approx value of the number for which we don't know the cube root. Okay, how does this approximation method work? Suppose someone asks me, okay, tell me the cube root of 1000. We know 10, it's easy. But if that person asks me, okay, tell me 10,000, so how we are going to solve this question? So it's easy to approach this type of question. In the theory, let me try how does it actually works. We can rewrite is at 10 into 1000. Okay, and we know that cube root 10 into, we can rewrite it as this one also. Okay, this value we already know. This value is 10 into cube root of 10. So can you see how we have bring this one, how close? And we know that 2 cube is 8, so we can say that this value might be something because 2 cube is 8, and it's asking me, okay, which value cube will be 10. So I can say it's more than a 2, it's more than 2. So let's take 2.1 or something 2.2. so if we take the same thing, then it will be 2.1 into 10. So real value would be something approximately 21. Okay, so this is how actually this type of question actually works. And if we find the exact value with the help of calculator, it will something come around 21.54. so we have found nearby the value. Okay, just for the sake of, if the options is around 21, 29, 25, 20, or suppose 18, so we can say that okay, it's 21. So we just need to find the approximate value. What is it approximate value? We can at least find with a maximum error of 1 or 2%. Let's try to solve few more questions on the same basis. Cube root of 70,000. so we will use the same trick. This will be 10. So indirectly the question is about, tell me root over 70, cube root of 70. We know that 4 cube is what, 64, and this is 70, so it will be somewhat more than 4, 4.1, and then 4.1, or between 4.1 or 4.2. so we can say that it will be the value of this one either 41 or between 41 to 42, 70,000 cube. Okay, let's try to solve one more question and think how, or if someone is interested, what is the value of this one if we find from the calculator. So let me tell you, the value is something approximately 41.21 calci. So in the beginning, if someone asks me all of a sudden, okay, tell me the approximate value of this one, so there is like for square root, we know that the formula is, if 700 is there, how we can approach like 2 and 1. Here I will write 2 here, 2 here, 2 to 4, then what is left, 300. then what value should I choose? But for cube root there is no process like this. So for that we are using this type of trick to at least get a value somewhat near to question asked. So let's try to solve one more question. If someone asks me, okay, tell me the value of cube root of 351252. Okay, so in this value what we will see, first thing is these three are not much significant, because after all we can rewrite it as it is somewhat equal to 351000. so that 252 is not that much significant, and we know that if we this is nothing but let me just rewrite it then it will be more easy to understand. 351 into 1000. So for 1000 cube root, we know its value is 10. What is the nearest cube root to 351? We know that 7 cube is what? 343. 343. So we can say that it's 7453. The value of this one will be between 71 to 72 in this question. So till now we can find the value of these things, okay, like the approximate value. Or if someone is interested again to know the exact value of this one, so with the help of calculator, if you find, it will be something around 70.55. But see, this is where the problem lies. What I have written, the value could be between 71 to 72, but it is 70.5. So it's not always correct whatever I am thinking, if it's correct or not. So there is one different approach, that is those who are from engineering background or mathematics background, they are aware about these things which I'm just going to prove. It's not mandatory for everyone to prove. They just understand the core concept or the formula which I'm going to derive and understand how it's going to work. So suppose approximate, so I already told how to do this approximate wala. Let's just highlight it, that one topic is covered over here. In the next time when we will revise, so we should go through these things. That's why I'm highlighting the main topic always. The other process is exact cube root. Yes, you heard me right. We can exactly find the cube root near to one place. And how we are going to do, we will going to see now. So questions usually used to ask, okay, tell me the cube root of this one. So as I already said, we can rewrite it as y equal to x to the power 1 by 3, and indirectly question is been asked me to find the value of y. So the question is this. So what I can do is can I let's differentiate both sides. It should be in the color of black. Yeah, let's differentiate both sides. So what will be the differentiation? Differentiation will be divided by dx. Okay, so divided by dx equal to x to the power 1 by 3 upon dx. And if you solve, those who already know, divided by dx, differentiation of d into x to the power a upon d to the power x, it used to be a into x to the power a minus 1. This is the differentiation. So it's not mandatory for everyone to understand, it just for those who know, for them this is the formula how I derived. So 1 by 3 is the power, so 1 by 3 will be coming here into then x to the power a minus 1. So here x to the power a is what? 1 by 3 minus 1, so it will become x to the power minus 2 by 3. Okay, x to the power minus 2 by 3. So in the continuation of same 1 by 3, and one thing, if x to the power 1, it will be 1, but if x to the power minus 1, it won't be x. Okay, it won't be x. X to the power minus 1 will be written as 1 by x, reciprocal. Okay, remember this thing. So likewise, if x to the power minus 2 by 3, how it will be written as 1 by x to the power 2 by 3. So I'm going to write it as 1 by 3 will come here, 1 by 3, and then minus x to the power 2 by 3 will become x to the power 2 by 3. Okay, till here I suppose it's clear. So, and one more thing is we already know that y equal to x to the power 1 by 3. So let's square both side. So y square will be x to the power 2 by 3. Okay, let's use the same value. Let's use the value of x to the power 2 by 3 from here. Okay, and replace it with y value, y square. Okay, so we can rewrite it as dy equal to cross multiplication dx upon 3y square. This is the formula which we need to remember to understand or to solve. So for those who are having a little bit of issue, what is this dy dx? So dy is change in y and dx is change in x. Okay, there is one del also. So what actually this means is, if little bit of y will change, then how much will the x going to change? And this small change is what, from the value we already know that okay, this is 343. If we know the value of 343 and we want to find the value of 351, so this is the change. And till here we know exactly how to find any value till here, but this is our issue which we don't know. And to find this value corresponding to this, we want to find the value of dx, and this value of dx we can find from here. Sorry, this value of dy. Okay, so dx is inside, and if there is dx change, then corresponding to that how much will be the dy will change, we can find out. So in other words, for those who are having issue with understanding, I will call it as decimal part. This is where we are making mistake. Okay, so any question, let me just write cube root of x. We can divide this type of question in two parts. The first part will be nearest perfect cube, and the second part will be decimal part. And the decimal part is what? Dy, because we want to find the value of y, na? So in y, how much will change if x, suppose we know that okay, y1 equal to x1 to the power 1 by 3. Okay, we know this, we know this one, but we have been asked to find the value of x, and we know the difference between x and dx is x, and x1 is dx, the difference. So how much will be the value of y1 and the actual value y? That will be dy. Okay, that will be dy, and this dy we are going to find with the help of this formula. So dy equal to dx by 3y square. So let's understand this same concept with the help of one example. Okay, so let's take the same example of in the beginning we were doing 71 now. Let's take 71,000 something we took in the beginning. Yeah, 70,000. So yeah, we can take 70,000 also. Let's take the value of 70,000 and let's see how near we can approach to this question. So the first part was near perfect square. So near perfect square is what? 4, because 4 cube is 64. Okay, now we know that any number is, we know that there will be some decimal part, so 4 plus decimal we can write. Okay, let's continue next question, next page. It will be 4 plus some decimal digits, then 4 plus decimal digit is what? Dy, and we know that dy is nothing but dx upon 3y square. So let's write the value of everything. 4 plus dx. What is dx over here? So in the beginning, if we see, x is this one. If the value is written as y equal to x to the power 1 by 3, okay, and we want to find the value of, suppose, y1 equal to 71 to the power 1 by 3, and y2 we know is 64 to the power 1 by 3, or y2, suppose this is 4. Okay, so tell me del x. What is dx? Dx will be nothing but 71 minus 64. Dx is nothing but 71 minus 64 divided by 3 into y square. So the y which we want to find is here, because this one is already given. Y which we want to find the value is 4. 4 also we can take. So here it will be, because if you see correctly now, it will something look like this is actually y plus decimal. Okay, so here it will be 4 square. So let's try to solve this expression. 4 plus 7 upon 4 square is 16. 16 3 is 48. So 7 by 48, we can say that it's something around, if we take some approximation, 7 by 49, this is 1 by 9, 1 by 7, and 1 by 7, wait, no, 17, huh? Yeah, this is what I was thinking. We 70, and this will be 6. So this is nothing but 1 by 8. 1 by 8 is, we know that, 0.125. So the value will be 4.12, at least we can say, not 5 if not. So the value is 4.12. If we check the same value with the help of calculator, 70 is the exact value I'm writing is 4.12128 with calci. So previously we can only come to 1 digit, but now till 2 digit we are correct, and if you see correctly, till 3 digit also we can correct, because if we just round off the digits, we are on the right path. Okay, so I am not quite sure how much if it's easy to digest. So let's try to solve more and more questions, and just try to solve more questions and try to understand. That's all. It's easy, it's not that much difficult to understand. So the question is cube root of 202. Again use the same concept first. Which cube root is nearby this one? So 2 4 8 3 27 4 64. 5 is 125. 6 is 216. So 6 cube is, we know that 216. So we will just write it as 6 cube minus, because here it's less na, here is less, so it will be minus d, because the formula of dy equal to dx upon 3y square. Okay, so what is dx and what is dy? So let's just understand. We know that y equal to 202 to the power 1 by 3. We know 6 equal to 216 to the power 1 by 3. So, and we know that y is what? Y is 6. So dx will be, dx is 202 minus 216. Okay, for those who are having issue in understanding, let's understand with the help of one normal graph or normal line bar. So suppose this is 202 and this is 216, and this is corresponding to this 6, and this is y1. If this is y1, this will be x1, and this is y, this is x. Okay, correct. And we know that y, or any value, or you want to take any value, just I'm saying y is nothing but x to the power 1 by 3. This is the condition for all three. Here also y1 equal to x1 to the power 1 by 3. So this relationship is true for all the condition. Okay, so what it's been asked to me, that dy equal to dx upon 3y square. So we want to find the value of y, oh sorry, dy. Okay, this is our intention. So we want to find the value of dy. Okay, dy, and dy is what? Del. Okay, dy is what? Del. So del is what? Let's just write y1 minus y is our dy. Okay, our dy is y1 minus y. So corresponding to that, what will be our x1? X1 will equal to x1, dx equal to x1 minus x, and then 6 into 3 into y square. Let's just put now values. So y1 is, no, we don't know. Let's just write y1, because y1 is what we need to find. Y we know, this is 6, is equal to x1. X1 is corresponding to this one. So 202 minus x is what? 216 divided by 3 into value of y again, 6 square. So let's just try to find out the value. Y1 equal to 6 plus, it will be 202 minus 216 divided by 6 square is 36. 36 into 3 is 108. So y1 equal to, which we want to find, 6. Here it's minus 12. So minus 12 by 108. Okay, and minus 12, oh sorry, it's minus 14. So we can say it's somewhat 12 by 108. If we take some approximation, it's not 1.8, but 12 by 108 is 1 byte, but 14 by 108 it will be 0.125. okay, 1 byte is 0.125, but it's 14 by, so it will be 0.125. 5.13. okay, so just like take the value of 2 by 1 is 2, but 3 by 1 will be more than 2, that is 3. So similar kind of concept is being used here. So y1 equal to 6 minus 0.13. So y1 will be 5.87. This is our what was the value? Let's take and calculate 5 point from calculator. If we find the same value, it will be 5.867. Can you see how close the value we are getting? But yeah, one more thing, let me let me just, because I can see there is a confusion if it's plus or minus. So I'm just writing it's normal thing. Suppose if our known value, suppose this, in this condition, okay, in this condition, let me just help here. We know 216, it's more, okay, we know the value is more, and we want to find the value of less part, okay. So here it will be minus the value, fixed value, or the first value is 6, there will be minus decimal point, okay. And if it's more, then there will be plus of decimal point, or just remember this value dx. How the dx will be calculated? Remember this dx, there is nothing, the value which is given to us in the question 202, the value which we know 216, everything plus, remember this one, everything plus the value given, the value we know, okay. Let me just write it simply so that it will be easy. So y is equal to nearest perfect cube, those, for those who is having issue in understanding this, into 3 into y square. And don't ask me this is what is this y, okay, this y, don't ask me what is this, because it's now totally understandable. This y is nothing but this is y, okay, this is y. And as I told you, in this negative part, value we know, value given, or value given for cube root minus nearest perfect cube, nearest cube we know, that's the formula, and you can use anywhere. So let's just solve more questions now, and then it will be kind of easy. So let's take one more question. If someone asks me, okay, tell me cube root of 451. So the first thing which I said, what is the nearest? Nearest is 8 cube, that is 512. So cube root of 451 we will write as 8 plus 8 plus, always plus, remember, then always plus, if you are remembering once, then always plus 451, whatever written in the question. And we know that 512 divided by 3 into 8 square, okay. So it will be 8, this plus will become minus, because 51 plus 49 is 500, 49 plus 12 is 49 plus 2 is 51, 51 plus 10 is 61. So it will be 61 by 8 square is 64, 64 into 3 is 64, 190, 192, it will be 192. So if we do the approximation, is 61 into 3 is 183. Okay, so this is somewhat a 1 by 3, but again we will use the same trick. 61 by 183 is 1 by 3, but the thing is 61 by 192, it's a bigger number, so it will be something 1 by 3 is what, 0.33, so it will be something. Let's try to understand now. 1 by 10 is what, 1, or just not don't take this example. 1 by 1 is what, 1, but 1 by 2 is what, 0.5, it's less. So here also it will be less because the denominator is increasing, so it will be 0.31. Approximate we will take in 8 minus 0.31, so it will be becoming 7.69. yeah, approximately 7.69. and if we try to find the same value with the help of calculator, 451 7.66, with help of calculator this is 7.668. see how clear how near we are to the answer actually. So let's just solve more questions and try to get the, let's take cube root of 770. okay, so if the question is 770, we know that 729 is 9 cube. Let's use the same approach. 770 we will add as the nearest cube first of all, that is 9, plus what is given, 770 minus 729 divided by 3 into 9 square. So 9 plus 729, so plus 1, 729 plus 1 is 770, is 730, 30 plus 40 is 70, so 41 by 99 81, so 243. 243, if we find out the value, this is something 40 by, or let's just take 41 by, if we into 8, then no 6, this will be 1 by 6, that is 1 by 6 is 16.66. oh, so it will be 0.166. okay, but this is 243, so just like 1 by 1 is what, 1 by 2 is 0.5. so as the number of as the denominator is increasing, the value will also 1 by 2 is 0.5, 1 by 1 is 1, so this is this one, then it will be 0.16, only 0.16. okay, so it will be 9 plus 0.16, so it will be somewhat 9.16. okay, the value, if we try to find out with the help of calculator, 770, it will be 9.16. see, with the help of cal c also it came at 9.165. so again near whatever we are trying to solve. Let's take few more questions on the same concept. 540, so it's again the same thing, 8 cube 5 1 12, so we will write is at 8 plus 540 minus 512 divided by 3 into 8 square. see how it is, how much easy it is. 12 plus 18 is 30, so 28 by 64 into 3, 64 192, 64 64 into 2 is 128, plus 128 plus 4 is 64 into 3 192, yeah, correct though. Then 28, so if we take it nearby, this is this 30, or let's take if it's 19 now, so 10% is what, 19.2, how much is left, 9 is left. okay, so 1% is 1.9, somewhat 2. okay, So 4.5, so it will be approximately 14.5 or 0.145. So again it will become 8.145. Let's try to solve the value with the help of calculator. 540. The value of it with the help of cal C is 8.143. Just think how close we are to the value, and here also we are so close. This is 1.4588. So yeah, but this type of why we are first of all you will see that why we are reading this cube root. So the reason for cube root why we are reading is sometimes the question can come in the form of, like, once we will start compound interest, then we will get to know. Let's just take one example. If there is a number x which is increased by r% every year continuously for 3 years, and after 3 years while checking it become 1.62 per x. So find the value of r. So if we use our old concept was what? R% increase. So in the fraction 1 plus r which we are using, but then here is we don't know the value of r. So in this type of question, how it is being solved, x 1 plus r by 100, if we take in the percentage 3 times, because here also 1 plus r by 100, 1 plus r by 100, multiplying factor 1 plus r by 100. Okay, this is multiplying factor. All the multiplying factor will be multiplied and it will become 1.62x. So 1 plus r by 100, it will be 1.62 to the power 1 by 3. But there is one catch over here, that this formula, okay, always remember this formula doesn't work good with small numbers. And if someone asks me why is it that so, because this only deals with dx na, small number only na. So small change in big number, it can find how much is a big number. But if we only know the small number, and if someone asks me, okay, tell me this one, so it's not that good. So this way to rectify those errors also, if any question like less than 10 or less than 20, if it's coming, how we can solve is 1 point, just write here 1.62 to the power 1 by 3. So 1.62 we will multiply by 1000 and divide by 1000. Okay, so it will be becoming 16, 20, 1000 to the power 1 by 3 is what? 10. This will be 3. Now tell me, is it easy to solve 11620 to the power 1 by 3? No, it's not that difficult. So what will be it? We remember that 11 cube is 1331. So it will be 11 plus 1620 minus 1331 by 3 into 11 square, that is 121. So it will be 11 plus 31 plus 69, 1400 plus 200, 1500. So 69, 269 plus 20, 269 plus 20, 289 by 363. Okay, so actually we can near value na, it will be better if we take, because this is not near value. Let's take, because we know 13 cube is 2174, 217 something, 2173. 13 cube, again I forgot. 13 cube is 2197, sorry, 2197. But 12 cube we know 1278. So 11 cube is 1331, 1728, sorry, 1728. 1728, not 1278, 1728, and it's kind of easy. So let's take the approach, or we will solve by this. Okay, let's solve by this and we will solve by that also. Okay, not only one part, we'll try to solve by other also. So it will be equal to 11 plus now 36 and 28, 36 and or yeah 36 28 upon 36. So how much it will be? 7 9. Okay, so 7 by 9 is what? 11.11 into 7 is 0.77. So 0.77, or if you want to take the other approach of solving this question is 70% of this number is 75%. Let's take 75%. Yeah, that would be better. 75% or 25. Let's take 25%. 25% is 990 approximately. Okay, 90.75. Okay, and if we 363 minus 90, it will be 273. Okay, so 363 minus 90, or 360, yeah, this will be 273, right? Nah, 273 plus 16 by 363, we can rewrite it as this one. Okay, we know that this will be 75%. Okay, and this 16, 1% is 3.6, so 4.5% will be 18, so it will be 4.8% or 4.8%. Okay, 4.8 or 4.7%, 75.48. Okay, so somewhat we can take 76. Okay, and the value we will get is 11.76. so let's try to find out the value with the help of calculator. 1620 with the help of calci, we got the value as 11.744. so till 7 it's correct. Let's try to solve the same question with the help of, we haven't solved this question, but yeah, this question is still left. Okay, this is not completed, we will complete, but let's try to solve this same question with the help of 12. So 12 plus 1620 minus 1728 by 3 into 144, it will be 12 plus 1620 80 108 108 by 3 into 144. So this is already 12 9 12 12 3 3 4. Sorry, here it will be minus now. Yeah, check the sign. So this is nothing but 1 by 4. 12 minus 0.75, it will be 25 now. What I'm doing today, 11.75, and with the help of calci we already found out the value is somewhat equal to 11.74. So no matter from which side you approach the question, as long as you keep in mind these signs, Here also sign is same, but what minus what. Okay, if you keep in mind this one, so you will get the same kind of value. Okay, now let's come to the same question. We came here till this was our equation, right? Let's copy this equation, copy, and try to solve this question first. Yeah, we can solve here till this page. Yeah, let's change the color also, black. Now 1 plus r by 100, we know that the formula is 11, that is we have already calculated 1.62. So yeah, one thing, don't forget that this is what we have calculated, it should be divided by 10. Okay, the value which we will get, the value is what, 11.75 divided by 10. Okay, so this value will be 1.175. okay, so this value we will put here 1.175. 1 get cancelled, the value of RB will be 17.5%. So this is how we will going to solve the questions. So let's try to solve one more question of the same kind. Let's try to find out the value of cube root of 1.7. See how small it is, but again we will use our same trick. 1.7 into 1000 divided by 1000 to the power 1 by 3. So it will be what, 1700 by 10. Only this 1700 to the power 1 by 3 we need to find, and then we will just replace. Okay, divided by 10, whatever is the value will be our answer. Okay, so first task for is 1700 to the power 1 by 3, we need to find the value. So we already know 12 is near 1728. So 1700 minus 1728 divided by 3 into 12 square is what, 12 into 12, let's just write. So it will be 12 plus, or it won't be plus, it will become minus 28 upon 3 into 12 into 12. Okay, so if you want to make it smaller, 14, or let's just do with 4 now, it will be better. 4 3 4 7, so this is what, 7 upon 9 12 9 108. Okay, so 1% is 1, so approximately 7% is 7.5, so 6.9% let's just take. Okay, so we can write it as 12 minus 0.069 now. In the fraction we are converting, it will be 11.94. okay, and if we calculate with the help of calculator for the sake of confirmation, so with the help of calci we will get 11.934. so 9348. Somewhat we are already near to the question, but yeah, the question was not ending here. Question is, this is the value of 1700, but the question is asking 1.7. so this value we are going to put here 11.94, and the value will be 1.194. see how much decimal we can find so easily. So this is the story of the cube root, and now we will do the square root as well. So let me just write now square root. square root, the same type of concept is being used. Those who already know how to use calculus, for them they already know what I'm going to do. For squares also the same concept will be repeated. First will be again nearest perfect square. Okay, so this is always there, and the second one will be not any different. Second one will be decimal. So let's again take the same kind of approach which we have done last time. Y equal to, suppose x square. So again take the differentiation both side. It will be dy by dx equal to d of x square upon dx. It will be dy by dx into, it will be okay, not a square. Okay, that's the mistake over here. 1 upon 2, because we are finding the square root, not a square. Okay, so square root, again we will use the same formula, d of x to the power a upon dx. It will be a into x to the power a minus 1. If we use the same thing, 1 by 2 into x to the power minus 1 by 2, so it could be rewritten as dy by dx equal to 1 by 2 x to the power minus 1 by 2, so it will be reciprocal, x to the power 1 by 2. Okay, so if we, let me just write again in the next page, so it will be in the continuous 1 by 2 x to the power 1 by 2. So if you remember correctly from the question, this first equation is written as y equal to x to the power 1 by 2. So we can replace this value with y, so it will be becoming dy by dx equal to 1 by 2 y. Okay, and then dy equal to dx upon 2y. So the same approach or the same thing which we did in the last question, the same concept will be used here, how we used to calculate this dy terms. Let's start to understand same with the question. So root over 201. So how you used to approach this type of question in the cube root? Nearest square we have to find. So nearest square is 12 144, 13 169, 14 196. So I can say that if 14 square is 196, so it will be 14 plus 201 minus 196 divided by, here it will be 2 into 14. Okay, so if we calculate 14 plus, this will be 5 upon 28. So 5 upon 28 again, we have to use our brain. So how we can think is, if 5 upon 25 is 1 by 5 and the value is 0.2, 5 upon 30 is 1 by 6, it is 0.166. So I can say now that 5 upon 28 is somewhat between both of these, 5 upon 25 and 5 upon 30. If you know this much, so we can take the average value of both. It will be 14 plus 0.18. Let's take in the middle, and the value will be 14.18 according to our calculation. And if we check the same with the help of calculator, we will find out the 20, it is 201 root over 201 is indeed, the value is 14.177 with the help of calculator. So it doesn't take much time. With time, when we already know how to calculate all those things, it will be easy for us to solve in no time. So yeah, it can be like written as different forms. If someone asks us, okay, tell us double square 256, oh sorry, 265, let's take 256, so it can be done. So this question also, again, what we need to do, we will first solve 265, whatever the value will come, we will do the same. So start solving. 265 is 16 is 256 plus 256, 256, so what it will be, 265 minus 256. So how much is the difference? Difference is 9 upon 2 into 16. So how easy it is becoming. Again, we will use, here we are calculating 265, okay, so it will be 16 plus, now 1 by 16 is 6.25, if you remember 6.25, 1 by 16 or not, let's verify. 1 by 16 or 1 divided by 16 is, yeah, 6.25, and 9 by 2 can be written as 4.5, right? So how I can approach this question is, there can be many different ways to approach. What I am approaching is 6.25 into 4, 6 into 4 is 24, and then 0.25 into 4 is 1, so 25 plus, and then half of it, so it will be 3.12. So overall it will become 28.12 in the percentage terms. So in here it will be 0.281, so it will become 16.28 or 16.3, anything will work in the approximation. And if we really calculate how much it will be, then yeah, 16.27 is what I'm getting from the calculator. Now as there is 2 times, 2 times of this square, so now here we will again do 16.3. so 16.3, if you want to solve, it's fine, you can solve. If not, then again it's somewhat equal to 4.1. with the help of approximation you can do. If not, then yeah, same thing which you can do that. Let's, if you want to solve, then let's see that approach also. It's near to 4 plus 16.3 minus 16, okay, which is nothing but 0.3 upon 2 into 4. So how much it will be? This is already 1 by 8. 1 by 8 is 12.5. So 12.5, no, 125 into 0.3, so it will 375, 0.1. so it is something, so it will be so small, like 4.4.037, yeah. So what we can either write is at 4 or 4.1 will also work in this type of question. Let's solve some more questions on the same type of principles. Questions 1097. So solution 1097 is nearest to Then again we have to remember what is nearest to 1097 square. 25 is 625. We need to go more. 30 is 900. Then 30, if not 30, then 30, 32. Let's take 32. So we have to calculate everything in our head. 32 square is, from 50 it is 18. 18 is 324, and 18 25 is 7 3 1024. 1024 near only. 32 is 1024. What would be 33? 33 is then 17. 17 is 289, and then 289 17 38 108. 33 square 1089. So 17 is kind of near. 33 is near. So 33 plus 1089 1097. How much is more? It will be 1089. So it will be 8 more. 8 upon 2 into 33. So it will be 4 by 33, or 4 by 32 also we can say, like 4 by 32 equal to 1 by 8. So it is 0.125. Then again, but here it's 4 by 33. So 1 by 1 is 1. 1 by 2, if it's increased, it will reduce. So it will become 0.12. Okay, so the answer will be 33.12. And if we calculate based on the calculator, 1097 exactly. So with least time, and we can do such a big calculation in the least time, 33.1209. So with the help of calculator we can come to this close. Let's solve one more question. 5243. 5243. So first of all we have to find between it will be between 17 and 870 and 80. 70 is 4900, 80 is 6400, 75 will be 25, 56. So it will be before 75 and between 72. So 72 square is 72 is 22 484. Then 22 plus 25 is 47 51 84. 72 square. Then 73 square if we calculate. So 23 is 529. Then 23 and 48 plus 5 5329. So it is nearer to 72. So let's take value 72 plus 5243 and 5184. So it is more, then it will be plus only. So 84 is 16. 16 plus 3 19. 19 plus 40 59. 59 divided by 2 into 72. So 59 by 72 we can write as 60 by below 144. So 150 if we take, then it is 2 by 5.4 we can take. So it will be something 72.4. So this much approximation we can do in this type of questions. And then again same thing as last time, same approach. Small number, it's hard for us to find. Suppose for 5 it's hard for us to find, because for 5 what we will do, we will say that okay, it's nearby 2, then difference is 1 upon 2 into 2. So it will be 2.25. in this case, yes, I got the answer, but occasionally it might be possible that we get a wrong answer. Okay, so in that case we will use the same trick. Root under 5 into 100 by 100, so this will become 500 upon root 10. So 5 upon root 10, again 500 is equal to 484, 22 plus 84, and then it will be 16 upon 2 into 22, so 8 4 11, 22 plus 9 36 36 36 36 0.36 36. And not to forget, here is 100. Okay, every place we can divide, we have to divide it by 10, so it will be 2.24. Somewhat we reach the value, but it might be possible that we don't reach the, we don't get a accurate value. In that point of time we have to solve. Suppose for example root under 3.7. so this type of question, if we go by 2 or 2, it won't. Let's try to say 2 minus 0.3 upon 2 into 2, so 2 minus it will be 0.25. 0.25 into 0.3 is 0.075. okay, so it will be 1.925, which is surprisingly nearer to the value. Okay, so those two options are there also. If we want to solve like this, we can solve, but generally we should use this one for get more accuracy. When the question is asking for more accuracy, then at that time we should solve like this. So last question of the series, today's this series, that is, this is a good question. Okay, if the product of three consecutive odd integers is 4 9 2 7 2 3, then find the sum of squares of these three integers. So the question is asking that product of a b, let's write in this way, a b c is 492 723. so odd number is, I can say that the difference between them is 2. Like if we say that if the odd number, and moreover it's written that it's consecutive integers. Okay, so if we say that a is bigger than c, so we can say that c minus b equal to 2 and b minus a is equal to 2. so not that much of differ, but if we try to find out, okay, tell me, because these are, if we see like this, if we try to find out, we can rewrite it as this form also: c minus b equal to 2, b minus a is equal to 2. so if we multiply a into b into c, it should be equal to 492 723, but it will take more time if we try to solve by the traditional way. Like we can write a equal to, with this equation we can write a equal to, like right now what I'm trying to understand, that what alternative I can use. So a equal to b minus 2, and I can write c equal to b plus 2. Okay, so if I write like this, b minus 2 into b plus 2 equal to 492,723. Again it will be b square minus 4 into b equal to 492,723. It will be b cube minus 4b equal to 492,723. So if we see this equation, what we can perceive from it, that this number is very big and this number is small. This 4b is very small as compared to this number, because this is positive also, and b cube I can say that it should be very big. That's why this even after 4b is minus, it is near to this. So what we will try to do, we will try to find out b cube. For the time being we will ignore this for the time being, okay, and later on we will come to these things. So b cube is somewhat should be equal to this number. Again cube is there, use your let's use our brain. Then these three remove because we know 1000. Okay, so we just need to cube root of 492 into 10. Okay, 492 is cube root. Let's try to solve by the same decimal wala process. So 492 is near to 7 is 343, 5 is 5, 8 is 5112. So 8 here, it will be 9, 8, and if we solve it will be 92, 8, then 12, 20, 20 by 3 into 64, and then everything multiply by 10 to approximate the get the value. So 2 can be 32, so 10 by 96. So can I say it is somewhat equal to 1 by 10? So if you calculate nearly, I can say this is somewhat equal to 79. Okay, so bq I can say it is somewhat equal to nearby 79. So what we will do, we will try to find out what are the different possibility. So if the number is 79, then the next two could be 81, 83. Okay, and it might be possible that 81, someone will say that it might be possible that okay, minus is there, so it might be 82, 80, 81, 83 and 85. Sorry, someone said that okay, no, it might be less also. 77, 79, 81. Someone will say okay, no, it's less. So at max I have written this much possibility, but we don't have to do this much, as now we will try to understand and try to eliminate. So the number is 49272723. if it's all in the 80s, won't be it more than this value? Because 80 cube is what, 512,000, and we know this is less. So first thing is this is not possible in 80s. This is not possible at anyhow. Second way, this 5 is there. Can we see the last digit as 5? No, we can remove this one also. This possibility is also gone. Okay, next one could be from here. So last digit is 3. Let's see if it's any possibility in these two, if it will come or not. 9327. So if we just see the last digit, we will find out this is not possible. This is possible because last digit, just see, 9 into 7, 63. So what happened now? Now we got our number. So our number required consecutive odd numbers are, what are those? 77, 79, 81. Okay, but the question is asking something different. Find the sum of squares of all these three integers. So first of all is squares. 77 square, 79 square, and then 81 square. So 77 square will be 23. So 529. 23 removed, 23, 74, 54, 54, or we can do like this also in this type of question if it's difficult. It will going to help only. Then in this case 79 is there, then 21. So if I remove 21, so this is 8, 58, 441. 81 is 19. If I remove 1, then it will become 80 minus 18. Then 80 minus 80 is 82, 7200, 72, 81, 81 minus 19 will be 62, not 72, 6200 plus 19 is 361. Okay, now if we sum, we know that it will be nothing. If you try to calculate, it's easy. 2 digit, 54, 58, 62. This is what 54 plus 4, 58, 58 plus 4, 62. So we can 58 into 3 also we can think in our mind. So 8, 3, 24 to 1700, and then here we can use 29 plus 1, 4, 30, 30 plus 40, 70, 70 plus 1, 71, 71 plus 60, 131. So 31, carry 1, so 5, 5, 10 and 1, 13. So eventually it will be 18, 731. 18, 731. This will be our required answer.